Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as Italy. We are failing to zoom in here. Come on, there we go. That was weird. Couldn't zoom. How's the English Channel battle going on here? Excellent. We're still suffering 2-1, or inflicting 2-1 losses over here, and we're doing potentially some ship bombardment. Not much, but potentially some. We've got good control over the seas here. Everything is trying to position itself for some sort of invasion over the UK or against the UK at some point. But that will have to wait until we've finished our war in China here. Land war in Asia, always really good for you, healthy. Once that is done, we really weren't going to suffer any more attrition, which is good because we just lost a shit ton of manpower recently. I don't know where that happened, actually. Oh, it's just because I started... Oh, yeah, actually, that's an interesting idea. It's because I started training new divisions. Let me cancel this. And that. You can finish deploying a few more medium tanks. That's okay. Yeah, because what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to convert some of my existing infantry to paratrooper and marine units. They'll lose experience along the way, but not all of it. Go, and you're going to clean that up too. Okay. And then we'll push north here. They've got a victory point there, so again. British Parliament debates intervention in Benelux. Okay, it's a little late for that. There's not much of a Benelux. There's literally not a be or a n or a lux. That actually all belongs to Germany. Oh, we're going to fail to push in there. But that's alright. Because we can hit them from multiple angles here. I still haven't run out of supplies yet. Front. Okay, the north is looking a little weak sauce here. Oh, you're still one of the people assigned there. Could you maybe be assigned up here instead? Thanks. And you two, be assigned to that front. Because we got this now. There we go. And you two, go up here right away. No, you're paused. There we go. Good. Clean that up. And then we can probably set an offensive line. Cross-link. Wow. That's so not what I wanted to do. There we go. Jet plane. Okay, cannot be fighter, or cannot be... Oh, those are the strategic bombers. Okay, keep going down the strategic bomber tree. Thanks. I don't know how many we're going to build, or have time to build, or anything like that, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, they are being attrition pretty badly. They do have a little bit of supply from that point, but no actual naval bases. Alright, you guys can start thinking about your attack whenever. I'll probably still have to manually start some stuff, but I'll wait until they get there, maybe get a little bit of planning bonus. We'll wait for these guys to get attrition a little bit more. We're getting some attrition right now, but probably not as much as they are. Can we get numbers on that? Okay, they're only at 4%, but it will get worse. A bit of a counterattack there, but nope, that's not going to go very far. Okay, excellent. I was going to say, this group here could... I don't think I want to throw more troops into the China armies, because, well, the attrition is going to be too bad. I can do naval invasions with non-marines. That's something to consider. Like taking Medan over here. I kind of like that. Any hills? There are, actually. So, you guys are only green, which definitely sucks. But I'm going to grab 5 of you. Give you a decent general. I don't want to accidentally kill, like, someone really good. Well, I don't think they can die, but anyway. And you're going to go from here to here. Actually, if anywhere's going to be defended, it's going to be that. Cancel that. From here to, let's say, here. Followed by an offensive line to do that. And you're going to trigger that as soon as you get there. And I'll probably get another group to sweep in through the bottom. I don't know if we have naval superiority or anything over there. We'll see if they ever do anything. We might have intel just based on having things on the border. Alright, level 3 paratroopers. Great stuff. May as well finish all the field hospital and logistics upgrades because they're really handy. Needing less supply will be good. Getting the trickle back so I don't need to use as much manpower, also very good. And you're doing all that, so actually we do have a naval presence in this area, so that's helpful. What are you, exclamation mark? Oh, you're set to do not engage. Doesn't make any sense. Or were you running away to heal? Alright, modern self-propelled artillery. So... oh, we got shot down. Start the logistics company, and we're going to have to upgrade our production queue here to the... modern self-propelled. There it is. Like, it's got to be in here in the list somewhere. Ooh, there's our jet plane. Nice. Now, over here... yeah, none of this is really going to help us. But maybe we'll start... it's going to take a long time. Probably a little too late. But maybe we could get some nukes. Probably not. It's going to take a year for the first level. Yeah, could have started that way, way, way sooner. Alright, so that's about to get finished up. Let's make sure that everyone's actually attacking and helping out there. We'll stack wipe those guys. And I'm going to split off the Marines. I'm going to go from here to there. Excellent. Sufficient intel. Yeah, we need the ships over here. Convoy escorts. So you're going to... alright, shift click. There we go. And instead, you're going to be doing convoy escorts over here. That should give us the intel we need. Italy controls this area. Good. Gold Squad doesn't really have anything going on at this time. I guess I could do another naval invasion somewhere else, but sort of stop. You know what? You're going to go from here to there. Probably won't have the intel, but we'll move some ships there at some point. Thank you very much. Everything else good. No moves against Africa, which is what I would do if I were the US. Because it's certainly a lot squishier there. Lots of action over here. How's the air situation? Still killing more than we lose. Although, I don't think we've got any more naval bombers over there. So we're not going to be blowing up any more ships. Although, that's okay for now. But yeah, we'll have to make a pretty big shift in our production. I think we're probably... we don't have a wicked excess of infantry equipment. And yeah, we don't have any excess in level 3, so we've got to keep up that production. Also, are my paratroopers set to be elites? No. And I think they should definitely do that. So, Southern China naval invasion, yeah? Interesting. Oh, did you get pushed back? Oh, you don't really have any supply. No one's got any supply. Get in there, take Hong Kong. Actually, you help take Hong Kong, too. And you see if you can make a beeline over to here. That's going to make a big difference to our supply over here. A big difference. Oh, they just landed a crap ton of troops over here. Our manpower's gone up a little bit. I could go and attack these guys from behind. And actually, I think that's what I should do. Finish that move. And then do that. Make sure Gongju actually falls. Plus, we'll get a surround, so that'll be a bop of whoever's there. Do I have an idea about how many troops are around? It's probably just the actual one, so... Alright, not too terribly helpful. Listen, I'm just gonna start, like, fucking right-clicking here. Get your ass over there. Speed is the only thing that matters at this point. Boy, these people move slow when they don't have supplies. And I wonder if... I don't know if this is going to be built in a relevant amount of time. But it might be worth starting a naval base over there. That or infrastructure. I didn't actually check to see what the bottleneck was, but probably a high-end naval base in this area wouldn't be a terrible idea. So that's going to be okay. Excellent. Good. You guys. I sent one of you to be the south. Only one of you needs to finish that up. Thanks. But do grab that as quickly as possible. At least it's not being defended, which is really actually quite beautiful. Oh, excellent. And more here. I'm just going to like right-click one to go and take all these ports here, while I leave one behind to hold that. So actually, I'm going to delete purple. You don't have any more orders. Did I move both of you accidentally? I did. One of you stay there. And the other one just go on a big hike. It's going to be fine. Excellent. Good. Hold that. You'll get resupplied now. Actually, I don't see there's any reason not to make the run for Medan right away. And there. Looks like there might not have been anything defending here. We might have been able to drop directly onto the ports. But with that lack of intel, we did not know. You can run all the way along here and this will all be fine. Okay. Bringing some more rubber into our stockpile. I want to grab this, but I don't want to leave this port behind because, well, you know what? It's not that bad. Do that, and then come back there. You're going to go and take more of that. Excellent. We might get another capitulation along the way. Yeah, no. Tell you what, actually, why don't you delete that front? And change this to be a little bit more focused over there. Same thing with that. Although, we do need to smack the hell out of Hong Kong. Especially before they bust out of there. There we go. It's hard to click on that province. Free military factories, but again, most of them are probably actually damaged. But, oh, you know what I need to do is switch my airplane production, which I forgot to do. Because we have jet fighters. And a lot of experience for them. More speed. Speed is the most important thing. A little bit of range, actually, so we can fight over the channel. And then we need to get the reliability back up. Alright. Let's actually take a reliability hit and go for the range here. Jet Fighter Mark 1. We still have to do the carrier fighters. Do jet fighters not use oil? Oh my! That's very interesting. Because now we have a surplus. That is very interesting. Wait, Japan. Turn that off too, because you don't really have anything. And we have a huge rubber surplus as well. Right, of course. And steel, well... Ooh, nice victory. We can trim that down. Who else are we getting it from? Oh, no. Oh, I was misreading the exported versus whatever. Yeah, so we're golden here. There you go. Trim that down. Excellent. Well, we may not be able to beat them here, so what I'm going to do is... Yeah, 5's pretty good. Your command is just to hold on to there, and I'll technically get you to develop an offensive line so you get a planning bonus. But mostly you're just going to keep Hong Kong contained so they can't break out. Oh, we might be able to punch through there. If we do, that'll be a huge kill. Naval invasion, northern France, everywhere. Okay? Sardinia. I did not see that coming. Patrol. From the sea, I think. Oh, you have too many regions. Pull out of there. Go there. Do I have another fleet that happens to be idle? Maybe a fleet through of destroyers and submarines? Why don't you do... search and destroy. There we go. And we're going to do some more sort of patrol magic over here. See if we can't stomp that dead. And I think what I'm going to do... What am I going to do? Is perhaps steal the non-border guards from here and get them to reinforce the... Which one of these? They're both teal. That's annoying. That's over there. Okay. Sorry, let me try that again. Get more troops in the teal group to hopefully reinforce over here. But hopefully we can just take them out before they actually land anything over there. That would be nice. Are you not actually part of... What's the other Chinese group? I guess it's this India one. Alright, let me join you there. Make sure you've got a field marshal, and you do. Delete all your crap. Let's focus purely on the coast. And set an offensive line. Ugh, not like that. Come on. Like this. Go. Be aggro. Good. Meanwhile. You guys. Secure me some goddamn ports. We could be doing some more marine invasion too, but there's really not that much defending. As long as our troops actually move forward, we're going to be kind of okay. It's most of the lack of supplies that's the problem. And where were you? You were this group, which is really nothing now. Why don't you join that? How are we doing over here? Let's go and bop those guys. And you try to cut off some stuff here. And do that. Good job over here. You've got no orders, but... So, just go all the way over here, then come back and... Apparently won't let me queue that up. Alright, well, just do your best. Free military factories, but not really. I'm going to start... I mean, we don't really have the proper ones yet, but I'm going to start building strategic bombers. Oh, we actually have some real factories. Nice. I'm going to make another line, because we're going to want quite a few here once they start kicking in. These are going to be a bit out of date, but that's okay. We can start accruing a little bit of efficiency. We're going to lose them when we upgrade, but it's not too bad. I still have a ton of shit just sitting around over here. Because you guys aren't actually part of the battle plan, are you? There we go. I have to go and tell these guys to do stuff again. Everybody, get in there. Kill, kill, kill. how close they are to succumbing. Not that close, actually. Also, there's still some bits of China over here, which I don't approve of. Stop being China. Actually, they're being pretty well defended. And I guess they're still getting supplies through here. Oops. Alright. Cancel. At least we got some ports here that will help. And we can still run a little bit of a cutoff move back here. So that's good. Meanwhile, Tech Group Orange, if I gave you a good general, think you could take them? Apparently the answer is no. Stop and stop. Ah, victory all of Italy will remember. Ace versus ace combat. Go catch this little pocket out a little bit. Bop that. There we go. Finish that up. Clear up some more people. And in a moment, we'll be able to attack a fair deal more people. Do I still want you to do this? Yeah, probably. Get in there. There we go. That's a bit better. Might still have a bit of a hard time. It's not a perfect surround or anything. It's kind of hard progress. Alright, you're going to keep those guys pinned in. We've got that pinned in. We got a fair deal of stuff just kicking around here. Naval invasion warnings. So are they actually happening? No, so far. What I need is like another alert when they actually land. You know, when I can actually see them or something. Because right now it's just inciting paranoia. More than anything actual. Convoy rating. I know I'm doing both fleets, but that's okay. Alright. Looks like we got repelled, or repulsed there. Push through a bit here anyway. And then get an even more satisfying attack on Fuzhou. The motorized here might even be able to make a big run, depending on how fast they actually move. Let's see what we can do over there. Remember what it was like fighting in the Soviet Union once we got pushing with the tanks? God, fighting in China sucks. It's so slow. Alright, still no action going on over here. I don't think there's anything actually happening. I think we've got them well and blocked. Meanwhile. There's no victory points here, but we can get the resources. We've probably already denied the resources by virtue of the fact that they can't ship them anywhere. There we go. That's a pretty good start. Still waiting for China to collapse. How you looking, China? No, this war. They still have a surprising amount of oomph left to them. At least Japan's finally pushing in here properly, which is good. What's our war contribution in this one? I mean, it's mostly going to be Japan because they've fought them forever. Yeah, only 14%. So I don't know what we'll be able to get out of it. Maybe what we'll probably do is target stuff over here for rubber. That's not the part of the Chinese war. Never mind. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just make a puppet over here. So we don't have to necessarily babysit things. I'm not sure. They still have troops here. How are they not all starving to death? The Germans are all starving to death. I'm all starving to death. The rest of them aren't. Night vision. Very handy. It's a big overall bonus to lots of stuff. I don't think we need any more armor levels. We could do some rocket artillery. I mean, we're working up some rocket tech. We could switch over. Thinking of padding things out with some light cruisers or maybe heavy cruisers. I'm not sure. Maybe heavy cruisers. Like destroyer, heavy cruiser, a carrier might be a half decent comp. All right, overwhelming force over here. Go go. Oh, we already killed them. Never mind. Halt everyone, and someone else is going to take that in a second. Okay. There's still 12 divisions assigned to that front, which is a little bit derp, but all right. Meanwhile, over here, make a run that way. Go, go, go. And you guys are, yeah, nice and aggressively moving over there. And right, I forgot, I have a pretty focused front now. So we're going to push in through the south pretty well, ignoring the north for now, and we'll meet Japan somewhere in the middle. And it looks like the People's Republic of China are falling as well now. So that's good. All right. How's our air wars? So we're getting no bombardment, as far as I can tell. I didn't look at the stats down here, but I was just looking at the number of actives. Nope. And over here, all right, still relatively balanced. Now, one question is, do jet fighters, of which we have 500, do they get added as part of a normal group? And I'm thinking not, because I think they would be reinforced first. So if we pick, say, the Normandy Air Base, which is quite large, we make a wing jet fighters. I can't split you in half yet, right? Can I assign an ace? I can. I could steal one. So let's do that. And we'll wait for the message that we have a wing with no mission. And we'll see what throwing some jets in here might do for us. Alright, good push, good push. Look at that run going to Nanjing. Not that I need to do that, but I'll just shift select and then send more people in that direction. And then I'm going to change this front up to something like that. After we've completed our auto move. So we do have more naval bases, but the supply is still pretty tight out there. Things have been pretty heavily damaged. There we go. Air wing with no mission. I'm going to take you, divide you in half, but then take both these. Actually, the other one, I'm going to steal another ace from somewhere. Deploy you out over the English Channel. And just during the day, go, go, go. Oh, they just count as a fighter wing. Okay, so they probably would reinforce each other. So I wonder, like, if this is going to push the stats much more favorably in our direction. I hope so. Because actually, they haven't been so great most recently. So I don't know. Free military factories. So we are short on light tanks, which is fine. Actually, don't even know why we're still using some. A little short on motorized, which we're not really building any. Let's get a little bit of a motorized thing. It's probably for support companies. Sweden just joined the Allies. Really? Alright, well, we haven't messed with Finland in ages, and I completely forgot about them, to be frank. Because Norway, they're still, okay, they're still part of the Allies. Oh, we hadn't updated our, like, offensive things in forever. Hold on, let me just readjust this again. Do this. So I just forgot about Norway for a while. Not that anyone ever forgets about Norway. I mean, it's Norway. It's super important. And a significant part of my user base just got seriously offended Listen, I'm Canadian. I don't know what it's like for other people to just dismiss you out of hand. China has capitulated, finally. So if we can just turn our attentions to the People's Republic then, with our kind of overwhelming force. Mostly I'm just gonna... I think I'm just gonna right-click. Everyone's redeploying like mad. Oh, there we go. So, Italy's turn to make demands. Well, I puppeted China. Oh, I can't. Really? Maybe this little island right here? That might not be a bad little holding. I mean, I could just pass and then get more points. But I'm kind of good with this to start off with. Do I care about satelliting that? Again, I won't get the resources. So maybe I'll just go across the bay here. Yeah, I'll just try to keep taking little chunks of land. That are kind of contiguous. I'll pass once. There you go, take that. Pass again. Pass again. Are we in a weird situation because, like, the amount of point difference? Lower your score too far below the score of the next participant. There we go. Done. Boom! Alright, and just like that, naval invasions? Are these new naval invasions, or the ones that were there before? Looks like they're mostly the ones that were there before. Okay, let's take a look at the world map of diplomacy here. So, I don't know if I feel like doing all the micromanagement of naval invasions over here. I probably should. What I should do is convert... God, I gotta get a lot of naval superiority over here too, though. I mean, what else am I gonna do with my troops? There's a little bit of pockets of stuff over there. I really should focus on that. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to leave some people as a bit of a garrison here. God damn, this is just brutal. This is Indian group. Alright, let's combine you there. And then we have these groups down here, which need to participate in cleaning up a little bit more there. That's fine. And you're there too. That's all fine. Okay, so in China, yeah, we're gonna set some garrisons over here just to guard the coast. You maybe some more of the troops that don't really belong to me. Split you off. Not fallback line, garrison. Because they've capitulated, we don't have to worry about uprisings. We just have to worry about guarding the coast. I think I'm going to want a little bit more than that. There we go. That's probably going to be enough. Now these guys, mostly... we could do a bit of garrison of... Oh, did you ever start your naval invasion? Probably not. Or maybe you did, and you got rebuffed since you no longer have anything going on here. It's probably exactly what happened. Land there. Alright. Alright, and then a bunch of these guys are going to garrison just some of the places that they might be more likely to land. Something like that. And then I'm going to send everyone else to the France Theater. And I'm just going to set a fallback line, just so that we don't get too attrition-y, up over here. And they'll strategically redeploy over here. But the idea is I'm probably going to be considering, you know, some naval invasions or something like that, converting these guys to Marines and paratroopers. That's going to be the plan. Alright, killing some convoys, that's good. Sure, Japan, you can do that. We never did clear at Hong Kong. Hang on. How can I do that? Let's find... I was going to say find some tanks. You know where my tanks are? They're up over here. And presumably working. They're trying. They're trying. All right, well, we got to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching another episode. Hopefully we can take care of the rest of Scandinavia next time around. And, you know, it's 46. We're working our way up to an invasion of the UK. We'll see what we can do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.